Hey Gemini, it's good to be back talking with you. It's been a minute, I know, and I'm so excited and grateful to be here. Gemini, this reading is going to cover from now until mid-December. Remember though, the readings are timeless, so if you're if you like to see how it measures up with your timeline, that's great. But it doesn't have to be happening between these events, or these feelings and things don't have to be happening between this next month or these next couple of weeks. All right, so Gemini, let's go ahead and call in all spirit guides, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, and animal friends, beings of unconditional love and light, asking and thanking you for allowing me to be a clear and open channel of unconditional love and light, removing any energies, frequencies, vibrations, thoughts, habits, or beliefs that may try and block me from stepping into my purpose work of receiving and delivering the message I am here to share for Gemini. And so it is. Okay, Gemini. Interesting. I'm going to tell you, I feel like the winds of change. That's what's going across the ticker tape up there. The winds of change. Okay, I feel like there is things happening. There could be some change. Yeah, there's change coming in. I don't even know if you really see this, or you might even see it and feel it, but there's definitely the winds of change are coming in. Let's see what we get here, Gemini. Let's see what we get. Center energy, please, for Gemini. Center energy for Gemini. Okay. You got the Judgment card. And the Judgment card, I don't feel like it's supposed to be in reverse, but it's showing up as reverse. And I guess, I'm not going to say I guess, but what I'm feeling is, I see the Judgment card and the Knight of Cups. The Judgment card in reverse with the Knight of Cups is feeling like no more second chances. I feel like you're just really going in a new direction on how you want to handle things, how you want to give out your love, how you want to receive love. I feel like you're just changing your dynamic on your emotions, how you address them, and how you allow them to be addressed. It just feels like you're changing that up. You're not responding maybe the way you used to respond. It's different. Yeah, see the Death card. Things have changed for you. There's been some type of ending, okay? So you're either not about to keep allowing your feelings to be trampled over or be ignored. That stops, okay? I feel like you're saying no more of that. I feel like there's been an emotional rebirth, an emotional rebirth for you. Something going on in your inner world that you're saying, hey, I want to change and I want to stop. I want to stop that. I want to change how I move forward. I'm no longer going to keep allowing my boundaries to be crossed, or to keep allowing second chances. Okay, let's see. Let's see what else we have here. Death card showing Scorpion energy, Scorpio energy. Okay. Gemini, please. Gemini, please. The Tower and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. This is coming up as a past energy, and I feel like there's been some type of epiphany that you've had. Like, you realize there's been a coming to Jesus moment. It's been a real what's the word when something's in your face? I'm trying to figure out what it is that wants to come out. you're no longer lying to yourself. You realize that everything ain't all green and rosy as you maybe were portraying it to be at one point. In other words, your sense of security has been shaken, or has been torn down, or it was false. You had a false sense of security and stability, and you really leaned on that, or you believed in it for a long time. And I think you had this epiphany, or this really honest moment with yourself where you were like, I'm not as happy and joyous and satisfied as I really as I pretend to be. Interesting. So the Tower, 10 of Pentacles, I feel like, again, with this Death card, right, there's something that's ending, and it could be what you've been telling yourself. It could be the foundation that you've built your relationships on. You're reassessing them. Okay. Maybe some things had collapsed in the past, and it really gave you a mindset of, I need to change. I need to restructure. That's what this feels like. I need to restructure. Okay. There's definitely been some type of ending, something that you no longer want to do, and you're not allowing it to continue on anymore. You've made a decision on how you're going to move forward, and you're being very mindful about how you allow others to treat your feelings, especially how you even treat your feelings. I'm seeing the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Let's get another one, please. But I just feel like you're just saying, hey, I've been cooperating with you've been cooperating a lot with others, and right now I'm just kind of really wanting to make some decisions for myself. I'm really wanting to focus in on me. I'm seeing the 2 of Swords in reverse. Okay, where I think that you've focused enough inward. You have been inward, but there, the Emperor. But you're realizing, hey, this is what I need to do for me. This is where I need to go to get happy for me. Okay. I feel like you're really taking charge. Like I said, you're making a decision. You've made some decisions to cut some things out. You're taking charge of your emotions and your situation a lot more. I don't want to use the word aggressively, but you're definitely moving forward in a matter-of-factly type of matter. You're like, no more of this. No more. No more. Yeah, it's really like, it feels like almost like a line, that you've drawn in the sand. Excuse me. And you're saying, I am not going to keep lying to myself about what it is that I feel, or what it is that I see, or what it is that it is. I'm not going to keep having this false sense of security. I'm willing to tear that down, start over, and focus within myself and do what I feel is right for me. And we all should be doing that on a daily basis, but I think we kind of fool ourselves into believing that we're doing it when we're really not. And then we have moments like these where we're like, oh, I guess I really wasn't. Now I see. Now I'm making the correlation. Okay. Aries energy here with the Emperor. I just did the Aries reading. Their energy was very, very strong. So Aries and Scorpio energy I'm seeing here on the board for you. Doesn't have to be that those are the people that you're dealing with or anything, but just so you know, just so they're there. Okay. What else do you have for Gemini? What's potential? What's going on here with Gemini? Oh my. I'll take that one. Haha. The Magician, the Page of Cups in reverse, and the Page of Pentacles. Yep. You're making things happen for yourself, right? You're no longer about to keep, I feel like with this Page of Cups in reverse, like I see this Knight of Cups, I see Judgment and the Knight of Cups, Judgment in reverse and the Knight of Cups. And remember I said, you're not giving any second chances about how your emotions are being handled, or you're not discarding them or making excuses for them, right? And I feel the same thing. I think with the Magician energy, I feel with the Magician energy, you're taking charge, just like with this Emperor. And you're saying, I'm going to move forward towards what's best for me. I'm going to actually take the time to listen to my emotions. And I'm going to restrict them from people who are not pouring back into me. I'm not going to, I feel like you're... Gemini, I feel like you kind of like get into it. Like, I just feel like you're focusing really on self. I think that there's been a lot of sacrifice that you have been making, Gemini. I feel like there's been sacrifices that you've been making for others, sacrifices that you've been making in your relationships and in your work. Maybe you're staying later, you're doing more. Maybe you're ignoring what it is that you truly want or you truly need because you're addressing the needs of others. And I feel like to some extent you've had maybe a burnout on that. And you're like, no more of this. I need to really be focusing on making sure that I'm happy. I also feel like you're saying, yeah, you're just focusing in on that. You're no longer willing to keep lying to yourself about whatever needs to end or stop in your life or in your relationships, okay? Let's go ahead and get some clarity on these cards. Okay. Tell me about the Judgment in reverse with the Knight of Cups. The Judgment in reverse with the Knight of Cups. The Judgment in reverse with the Knight of Cups for Gemini, please. The Five of Wands, conflicts with others caused by opposing opinions. Okay, walking away from drama unless the situation is really worth your time. Then it's important for you to stand up for yourself. And this can also be very ambitious people, which is like the Emperor energy, right? Really wanting to move forward and attack a situation or a problem, going head first or going all the way in on it, okay? So with Judgment and Knight of Cups, again, conflicts caused by opposing opinions. This is where I feel like you're not giving any second chances. You're saying, I don't feel like that, and I'm not finna be down with that no more. That's what that feels like. I'm not. Gemini. If you Gemini, I feel like you're on that other side. If you are an angel and the devil, you are all the way on that devil side. Like I'm not willing. I really feel like you're not willing. I'm seeing the King of Pentacles. Okay. So it says compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, grounded, financial security and prosperity, having the Midas touch. And this is a good person to work for, having a supportive spouse or parent. Okay, so the King of Pentacles, I feel like is really matching with this death energy, because I think what's happening here is that you are now about to... I don't want to say, give me just a second so I can interpret this the right way. Okay. I feel like you're no longer spoiling others, right? I was going to say you're finally enjoying the fruits of your labor, but I don't necessarily feel like you haven't been doing that. Like you're not, but you could be. You could be doing more for others, spending more on others, all these other things, cupcaking other people and not really cupcaking yourself. Excuse me. And so that's what's going to have to stop, is that you've been nurturing and fulfilling for everybody else, supplying for everybody else, but not really supplying for yourself, not really taking care of what your needs are. And you're saying no more of that. I feel like you're saying, I'm not about to keep doing this anymore. This has to stop. I need to make sure that I'm feeling just as fulfilled as the lives of the other people that I'm fulfilling. Okay. I think that everybody seems to be benefiting, and you not so much. Okay. I feel like you're reining in your resources. You're saying, I'm not providing that. I'm not giving that out anymore. Okay. I'm not going to be as easy and forthcoming and with my generosity. Okay. Tell me about the Tower and the Ten of Pentacles, please. Tell me about the Tower and the Ten of Pentacles. I'm seeing the Lovers. It's your card, Gemini. And the King of Wands. Okay. So making choices from the heart is the phrase that sticks out the most for me here. And then I'm seeing taking a leadership role, keeping your eyes on the big picture, communicating your vision, and not being sensitive to criticism. Okay. So the Tower and the Ten of Pentacles being clarified with the Lovers and the King of Wands feels like you are going after what you really want. Now, you are doing what it is that makes you happy. Remember, I said you are releasing this false sense of security. You are, which is this King of Pentacles here. So it's the Death card, and then you have the Tower with the Ten of Pentacles. Some type of comfortability that you are breaking. Okay, this could be comfortability. Is that even a word? Anyways, this is some type of situation that you're changing. Okay, it may take you out of your comfort zone, or it very well may shake a lot of people in your life out of their comfort zone for what you've been providing for them, right? That you might have been doing things for them and they've gotten mighty comfortable, and you're pulling that back and you're saying, I'm going after what I desire. I'm going after what I love, and I see that I need to make these changes, right? I feel like that's what you're I feel like that's what you're saying, and that's what you're doing here. Okay, in the past you may have been really focused on providing for others and being in this false sense of security, but now you're saying, I'm willing to move forward and put myself in a different position. Okay, you're making decisions from your heart. Really making them from your heart. You're not lying to yourself anymore, Gemini. I feel like I said before, I feel like you're just really being very honest with yourself. You're setting those boundaries, and you're saying, no more. No more. Tell me about the crowning thoughts, please. I see the Ace of Earth, which is a windfall of abundance, wise counsel, good fortune, an exciting career opportunity, a lucrative contract, or significant purchases in a house or home. None of that, that can resonate for some of you, but none of that really is what I'm feeling with this Page of Pentacles. I'm really feeling like this is just a new path that you're deciding to go on. See this? Remember you had this Death card, right? You have this rebirth, right? This change in yourself where you're not believing in this false security. You're not believing in the lie that you've been telling yourself for a long time. And I don't know if I should call it a lie, but you're just not buying it anymore, right? What you had in the past, you're like, nah, that's not really what I considered happiness. I'm ready to go after it now. I'm ready to try a new path, a new road. This is those boundaries where you've set them and you said, okay, enough is enough. And I'm going after what I like to go after. I'm going after what makes me feel good. Okay, I'm going to learn something different. I'm going to change my dynamic here. Okay, I'm going to change what happiness and prosperity means to me. It may have looked like this, but it wasn't feeling like that. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. For me, it was for me, I guess the best way I could explain it is my personal experiences. You could have the pretty house and the nicest cars, and you could have all these great things, right? Or have all the greatest gadgetry and so forth. And it looks really good. But then when you really dig into it, are you really happy? Is that what really makes you happy? Having all of those little things? Or are you just having those things to try to fulfill something more deeply, something more internal? That's just a band-aid, okay? And I feel like you're ripping that band-aid off, and you're no longer saying I'm going to accept this. No, I'm trying something new. Hopefully that made sense. Tell me more about this crowning energies. More. The Knight of Swords. Okay, Gemini, your energy. You're getting a lot of cards that remind me of the Aries energy for sure. And with these two kings coming up here, and the Magician and the Emperor, all cards that, or both cards that really feel Aries to me. This is some of their energy, very masculine, go take charge type of energy. Okay, this Knight of Swords is choosing intellectual responses rather than emotional, sudden or unexpected changes, and reviewing your options carefully. Decisive, driven, focused, okay? Even defensive, okay? But things that are moving with great speed. Again, you're going on a new path. Remember, I said you're cutting out the lies. You're not denying the truth anymore about where you are, what you feel, and how you want to move forward. You're definitely embodying that emperor energy and moving forward to make some changes in your life. Okay, feel like, yeah, and. Wow. Maybe Gemini, you need to watch the Aries reading, because you guys are getting a lot of the same cards. And if you're a person who knows me, I am very serious about how I shuffle these cards. And so you're getting the same cards that are flying out, okay? The Two of Swords, again, and I think you had the Two of Swords also that showed up here. You are making a decision really for yourself. Okay, it says follow your heart rather than trying to make others happy. And I feel like that might have been what you were doing, was, okay, I'm doing what I think is supposed to be that's making others happy, but I'm really not happy myself. This also says pretending that there isn't a problem. I feel like you are now realizing this is a problem. This is a problem. I don't really want this. This isn't really what's bringing me peace and happiness. And you're about to make some serious changes. You really are. And if you haven't done it yet, you're going to. It might just hit you like boom, But there's some changes. There's some changes. There's going to be some honesty that comes out. There's going to be some honesty that's coming out. Not a bad thing, but it's going to be some truth being spoken. And I think that's exactly what you want, is to speak the truth, speak your truth in how you move forward. Anything else for Gemini? Ooh, too many. Balance. Blending the ideas of others with your own to create something extraordinary. This is also successful compromise, the power of diversity, having self-control, patience, and balance. Okay? So the Magician, the Page of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. Remember, we talked about making sure that you're making decisions and making moves that feel good to you. Okay? And you're saying, hey, I'm drawing this line in the sand a little bit. These are my boundaries, and I'm not willing to stray too far from that. But there's also that sense of compromise. So maybe this is this could be where you're saying, I have drawn a strict line in the sand, but I'm willing to make a couple of adjustments so that everybody still gets fulfilled, okay? There's some people that you may not necessarily completely cut out of your life, but you're saying, hey, this is where I want to, this is how I want to move forward. And I really need you to jump on board with how I feel. Because I do not think that I can handle, or I no longer want to deal with this type of circumstance, or it's just you really expressing your honest, heartfelt truth, and trying to find compromise, but also saying, I've compromised long enough, and I'm really not happy with this. Okay? Okay. Anything else for Gemini? Okay, let's go ahead and get some advice on how to proceed forward, Gemini. What kind of guidance and advice do you have for Gemini? What kind of guidance and advice do you have for Gemini? What kind of guidance and advice do you have for Gemini? Gemini, there's a lot of I'm going to say there's a lot of masculine energy, maybe fire energy. There's a lot of energy that's saying it's time to do. It's time to do. this magician energy for sure coming in. It's really saying it's time to make some moves, and it's pushing you to move forward, looking at new opportunities and wanting to go towards different opportunities, different outcomes, different situations, right? Because it's such a powerful thing. It's like you've had this revelation. I'm not happy. And this, I need to change it. And then it's like, boom, I want to make these changes, and I'm going to dive right all in and do these changes. And it is saying that you do want to recognize, I am feeling that you do want to recognize that it's important to make sure that you give yourself some, you balance yourself out. My TV says right now, give yourself time. You will get where you want to be. Until then, allow yourself to be where you are, for this moment does matter. So balance, right? You are unhappy. You may be unhappy in a situation, right? But give yourself time to get where you want to be. Don't just jump in with this masculine energy and take off and start, doing what y'all do sometimes, right? You want to just take your time a little bit, and make sure that you're moving with good intent, right? You're moving with good intent. You're paying attention, okay? Let's see. What advice do you have for Gemini? The Six of Michael and the Page of Michael. Truthful, perceptive, analytical, and blunt. All that we know you can be, a Gemini. Again, these energies feeling very much like that Aries energy. So maybe checking out that Aries energy. This is an exciting new challenge, for you have what it takes to succeed. Review any documents and contracts very thoroughly. Okay, this Page of Michaels is feeling like the Page of Swords. Okay. You're just really coming out and speaking your truth and doing what you need to do. You're having some insights, okay? Some aha moments that are saying, remember I said you thought you were doing it, but now you realize, now you're really, really addressing it. The Six of Michael says there is light at the end of the tunnel, so breathe a sigh of relief and make your new plans. This can also include relocation or travel. Okay, Six of Michael feels like the Six of Swords, past lessons learned, right? Lessons learned, and then you're taking that information from those lessons that you learned and you're moving forward, okay? You're taking, it doesn't necessarily mean you might be moving, but you're definitely moving in a different direction emotionally, mentally, spiritually, okay? I do feel like you're taking the lessons. You're realizing, hey, I might be in a situation that was not really fulfilling me, or in some choppy type of waters, whatever it is. But now you're realizing, hey, I want to move forward. I'm really realizing that I've learned now the lessons that I thought I learned before. You're really understanding it a lot more in depth, or a lot more deeper. Okay. I feel like you're no longer on the surface level anymore, but that you've actually realized you've gotten a little bit deeper with it. Okay. Any more advice for Gemini? Just listening for a second, Gemini, just to make sure I don't end your reading without giving you adequate closure on it. Okay. Okay. Gemini, please. What's your final word for Gemini? The Angel of Vision comes for you, Gemini. It says someone is not revealing their part of the story. Trust your feelings over what others have to say. Okay? So, Gemini, be prepared for some change. I do definitely feel like there's some change coming, whether you're doing it because you are wanting change or there's change that has to happen, but it's definitely being called in. It's definitely going to happen. You are about to make a lot of changes to your life, and you are about to end some things, sever some ties, say some things, but it's definitely going to be a very honest, uh, blunt type of conversation with yourself and with others. Okay. You're going to see all of it that you need to see, but as you're going through this energy of change, make sure that you balance yourself out. Make sure that you're not being too aggressive, okay, about how you go in getting your desires and needs met. Okay, Gemini, thank you so much for sticking around with me. I appreciate you taking the time to listen to this reading, and we'll talk again soon.